Welcome. In this session, we are looking at chromosomal anomalies. Objectives of this session are classify chromosomal anomalies, discuss structural anomalies of chromosomes, explain numerical anomalies of chromosomes, and we are looking at these three syndromes in detail: Downs, Turner's, and Klinefelter's. Looking at classification of chromosomal anomalies, we can chiefly see structural and numerical anomalies. Structurally, chromosome can be aberrant, having deletion of some of its part, or translocation or exchange of information between two different chromosomes, addition of new material by insertion, reversing of the information in the sequence of information, that is inversion, and we are also looking at isochromosome and ring chromosome. Numerical anomalies are with respect to number of chromosomes. They may be more or less, addition or less number of chromosomes. Let us begin with deletion. Deletion has two varieties: terminal deletion and interstitial deletion. When you imagine a structure of chromosome having centromere, short arm and long arm, terminal part of one of the arm can get deleted, or intermediate part of any of the arm can get deleted. This is example for terminal deletion. Here you can see the terminal part of short arm of chromosome number 5, which is mentioned here, is deleted. This results in a condition called cry-do-chat syndrome, where person cries like a cat. It is 5p deletion, that is short arm of 5th chromosome, terminal part of 5th chromosome is deleted. Mewing cry, small head, small jaw, and more hair on the body are the features of this syndrome. One more type of deletion is interstitial deletion. Let us look at it. Here you can observe the intermediate part of long arm of this chromosome is deleted. This is after deletion. Example of interstitial deletion is Prader-Willi syndrome. The region of deletion is long arm of 15th chromosome, location 11.2. This happens in 1 in 20,000 births. Usually affected person is short-statured, obese, and overeating. Hypotonia, mental retardation, small hands and feet are also nature of this disease. There is some interesting point to mention about this syndrome. The region of 11.2 location on long arm of 15th chromosome has to be deleted on paternally shared chromosome, that is chromosome shared from father. If it happens so, then it results in Prader-Willi syndrome. That's why it is mentioned here, paternally shared chromosome and the same location. If on the same location maternally shared chromosome has deletion, it results in different syndrome, that is Angelman syndrome. We will see it now. Yes, this is Angelman syndrome seen due to deletion on same location where Prader-Willi was seen. Long arm of 15th chromosome 11.2, but maternally derived chromosome. Why it happens so? We will see it later. Angelman syndrome happens in 1 in 15,000 births. Affected person will have mental retardation, seizures, and unsteady and ataxic gaits. Person will also have a typical or peculiar type of laughter. The threshold for the laughing is very less in these persons. They are also called happy babies. This is known as happy baby syndromes. In childhood, they are quite more laughing. It was quite interesting to know Prader-Willi and Angelman syndrome. They are because of deletion of same region of chromosome number 15. If chromosome is from paternal side, it results in Prader-Willi. If chromosome is from maternal side, it results in Angelman syndrome. Why it happens so? To understand that, we need to know what is genomic imprinting and uniparental disomy. First, genomic imprinting. All the informations shared to an offspring are in two copies, one from paternal side, one from maternal side. It may be a gene or whole chromosome. Usually, both these copies are active. Functionally, they are readable and they are forming proteins. In some cases, only one copy is active, other copy is inactivated. We can say other copy is genomically imprinted. Which copy is activated and which copy is genomically imprinted? This is determined by whether paternal chromosome is sharing the information or maternal chromosome is sharing the information. In some cases, paternal chromosomes which are sharing the information, particular region can go for inactivation or genomic imprintation, and in some of the cases it is maternal chromosome. This happens in very less number of cases. Most of the times both copies are active. Now let us look at uniparental disomy. Uniparental disomy occurs when both copies are from same parent. This happens randomly in gametogenesis. Most commonly it goes unnoticed because most of the times both copies are active. When both copies are active, it doesn't make any difference if it is from paternal side or maternal side. That is why there is no effect on health in many cases, even though there is randomly happening uniparental disomy in community. But effect is seen on health only when the region involving is having this genomic imprinting. When uniparental disomy material involves genomic imprinting, it affects. Let us understand genomic imprinting by these pictures. Here, maternal and paternal chromosomes are shown. Let us say this is chromosome number 15, long arm, and this is 11.2 region. On maternal chromosome, Prader-Willi gene is imprinted and Angelman gene is active. On paternal chromosome, Angelman gene is imprinted but Prader-Willi gene is active. Let us take this maternal chromosome, it is shared to offspring, and during share there is deletion of material. So there is no 15q 11.2 region on this maternally shared chromosome. Here there is no active Angelman gene which has to be shared from maternal side. But this cannot be compensated by other chromosome which is paternal, because here it is imprinted, Angelman gene is imprinted, Prader-Willi is active. So the patient who receives it like this will result in Angelman syndrome, because Angelman is not active because there is no maternal share and it cannot be read from paternal side because it is imprinted. Just like that, Prader-Willi syndrome. Translocation, that can be very well explained by this picture. In these two chromosomes, there is break near the centromere. Short arms are lost and long arms are joined together. The original location is transferred to other site. This is one more example of translocation. You can see here between chromosome number 4 and 20. This region from chromosome number 4 has been transferred to this region, and this region from chromosome number 20 has been transferred back to this. So there is no loss of any information. There is reciprocally translocation of information. This is known as reciprocal translocation. This picture shows chromosome number 9 here and chromosome number 22. This is saying there is translocation of information between chromosome number 9 and 22 at these regions. This is long arm of chromosome number 9. This is long arm of chromosome number 11, 9 and 11. Information has been reciprocally translocated. You can see here part of it has gone here, which can be seen here, and part of it has come here, which is seen here. There is no loss of information, but information is reciprocally translocated. This chromosome bearing these two regions, ABL and BCR regions, both the regions on chromosome number 22 long arm, is called as Philadelphia chromosome. When this happens, it results in acute myeloid leukemia, a type of blood cancer. This is insertion. You can see here information from chromosome number 4 has been cut from its site and is inserted here on chromosome number 20, which can be seen here. Here also information is not lost. From one side it is cut and others in other chromosome it is inserted. Duplication. You can see here chromosome banding pattern is easily showing you that it has been duplicated here. This is also duplication where one of the whole arm of the chromosome is lost and it has been duplicated by other arm. You can see here these are mirror images. Same arm is representing twice on either sides of the centromere. Isochromosome is also one type of duplication where centromere usually when it divides vertically separating long and short arm one side, it divides horizontally. When it divides horizontally, both short arms come on one side and long arms will go on other side. So this is also duplication. It is known as isochromosomes. Inversion. You can see here with these colors, inversion of this part of the chromosome upside down. This is on one side of the centromere, so we call it paracentric inversion. If centromere is also involved in inversion, that is called pericentric inversion. You can see here whole of the inversion is involving centrally the centromere. Ring chromosome. Here both the ends of long and short arms are cut and sticky ends are joined together, which forms like a ring, so which is not giving any information which is not readable. This is called ring chromosome. Till now, we have been seeing structural anomalies of chromosomes. We saw deletion, translocation, insertion, inversion, isochromosomes, and ring chromosome. Now let us look at numerical anomalies of chromosomes. In them, it may be with autosomes or allosomes. In human cells, there are 46 number of chromosomes. All cells are diploid. But in gametes, after meiosis 1 reduction division, the number of chromosome is reduced to half, that is haploid. Gametes are said to carry n number of chromosomes, which is in haploid state, and all cells have 2 times the n, that is diploid. Polyploid is multiplication of n apart from 2, 3 times, 4 times, all these are polyploids. Aneuploid is disturbances in this number. For example, a human having 45 chromosomes or 47 chromosomes instead of 46, the condition is called aneuploid. Aberration of chromosome is because of structure, or it might be because of number, an addition of one more number or deletion. This is normal, genotype and phenotype. In meiosis 1, it is reduction division. Here, centromere divides to divide chromosomes into half. So if centromere doesn't divide, if it does not go for disjunction, this is called non-disjunction. At such conditions, the gametes formed may have 22 chromosomes or 24 chromosomes. If it happens with autosomes, it will result in trisomies, one extra chromosome. If it is with 21st chromosome, it results in Down syndrome. If it is with 13th chromosome, it results in Patau syndrome, and Edwards syndrome is because of trisomy 18. Let us look at Down's syndrome. Here, person will have hypotonia, sleepy, lethargic, brachycephaly, small ears, epicanthine folds. This is where it is shown. Upward slanting palpebrae, palpebral fissures, protruding tongue, and low nasal bridge. Mongoloid face, you can say, and simian lines. This is normal palm, and there is horizontal crease on the palm. This is simian line. These are all the features of Down's syndrome. This is karyotype showing trisomy 21. In cytogenetics, it can happen trisomy 21 in 95% of the cases. What about rest of the 5% of the cases? Okay, mosaicism in 1%. What is in 4% is translocation. It can happen that long arm of 21st chromosome can translocate to long arm of 14th chromosome. You can see here long arm of 21st chromosome has been translocated to long arm of 14th chromosome. This is where it is 14th chromosome but carrying material of 21st chromosome. This happens like this. Short arms are lost and long arms are at one side, both long arms. Person will be having all the features of Downs, but number of 21st chromosomes are in pair only, but other 21st chromosome has been translocated to long arm of 14, which can be seen here. These are few medical problems which are associated with Down syndrome, decreased intelligent quotient, cardiac defects, GIT anomalies, and Alzheimer's disease if person lives longer. Genetic counseling becomes mandatory in advanced maternal age, because maternal age is one thing which is strongly responsible for Down syndrome. If maternal age is more, the arrest of ovum in meiosis 1 is longer. This is arrested till ovulation happens. If mother is ovulating at the time of her 40th age, the arrest is more and non-distinctions are common and downs are most commonly seen. If parents are having previous downs baby, then also genetic counseling becomes. Now let us look at Turner's syndrome. Turner's syndrome is 45X. One X chromosome is missing. The girl is usually short-statured and streak gonads are importantly seen. When there is no development of gonads, no estrogen is produced. There are poorly developed sexual characters, and primary amenorrhea is also as the result of no estrogen. This also results in infertility. Other features which are observed in Turner syndrome are cubitus valgus, coarctation of aorta or cardiac defects, and renal problems. Broad chest or shield-like chest, webbing of neck, lower posterior hair lines, heart-shaped face. All these are features of Turner syndrome. This picture shows webbing of neck. Only one X. This is 45X. 60% of the cases, Turner syndrome is because of non-disjunction of X chromosome. In 40%, it is structural alterations. What structural alterations we can expect here? One is isochromosome, other is ring chromosome. These are few of the treatment lines you can mention for Turner syndrome. Growth hormone is necessary because lady will be having short stature. Estrogen therapy is mandatory here because of streak ovaries. In vitro fertilization can be taken care using donor eggs for reproduction. Klinefelter syndrome is 47XXY. Person will be infertile. Obviously, person is male. Whenever there is Y chromosome, it goes for maleness because of testis determining factor or sex determining region of Y. Infertility is commonly seen in XXY Klinefelter syndrome. Leg ulcers are common, osteoporosis is seen, CA breasts are common, and usually person will be having antisocial behavior, but IQ is not affected in such patients. And tendency to grow chest hairs is less, and normal testosterone causing shift of hairlines or male type of baldness is not seen, and poor beard and mustache growth is also one of the component in these type of patients. This is karyotyping, where we are observing two X and a Y. This is also because of non-disjunction, and in some cases mosaics are also possible. This ends session on chromosomal anomalies. Have a nice time.